Crocodiles, in particular, are regarded as one of the few animals to have survived the asteroid that killed off the dinosaurs. Due to their resilience, they lived on for hundreds of millions of years after the Great Extinction. Nowadays, crocodiles are found in America, Australia, Africa, and Asia tropics. Have you ever wondered how these prehistoric beasts hunt? What happens to an animal when it falls prey to a crocodile's ungodly bite force? Stick around as we go through merciless moments when crocodiles attack and devour their prey. Be warned though, some of these aren't for the faint of heart. So let's begin. Crocodile versus zebra. If you ever wondered how the fauna looked in the prehistoric years, then these massive aquatic reptiles are sure to fit the bill. Crocodiles are unique when compared to most other reptiles in that they have a cerebral cortex, making them one of the more intelligent reptiles. A herd of zebras crosses a murky crocodile-infested river. The zebras sprint through the river, while a croc bides its time before striking at one particular prey that got too close. Things are looking grim for the zebra, as the croc will not let go easily. Crocodiles also tend to consume stones in their food. Yep, you heard that right. They eat stones. Stones help them grind up the food inside their stomach. Plus, they also work like boat ballasts, basically, helping the crocodiles dive and resurface. In a similar situation to the last clip, a herd of zebras has to get to the other side of the river. The victim, this time, was an inexperienced colt that runs head first into the jaws of a crocodile. The colt's mother looks on from the banks as her baby gets devoured. Zebras have very different temperaments to horses. They're far more aggressive and a lot more dangerous. Zebras have been known to kick each other to death. They will viciously bite any human that comes too close, and there are even many accounts of zebras killing lions. A crocodile approaches a wounded zebra. The zebra has a warrior mindset. Although its back legs had been damaged by a prior death roll, it makes sure to go down fighting as it bites back its oppressors. Crocodiles are not picky as they consume a variety of prey, including fish, birds, frogs, and crabs, even going so far as to consume possums, cattle, and even sharks if they get too close to the crocodile's domain. When food is scarce, these reptiles will resort to eating decaying leftovers of deceased animals. A float of crocodiles feasts on a zebra's carcass. After successfully decapitating the prey with death rolls, a croc goes ahead and swallows the entirety of the prey's head. An example of how ruthless the wild can be. Crocodile versus snake. Ever heard the phrase, crying crocodile tears? The expression means an insincere remorse, and it derives from the fact that crocodiles actually shed tears as they eat their victim. Of course, the reptiles are not feeling bad for eating. When they cry, it is just their glands secreting a fluid that assists in cleaning the eye. Two vicious reptiles clash and the battle goes in favor of the mighty crocodile. With a python firmly between its jaws, the croc mercilessly whips the snake back and forth. Whenever the snake moves, the croc continues its onslaught. Crocodile versus bird. Crocodiles are the closest living relatives of birds. Have you ever heard of the transitive property? Since crocodiles are related to dinosaurs, and dinosaurs went on to evolve into birds, then crocodiles are also relatives of birds. Weird, I know. Anyway, moving on. A chicken can be seen in a crocodile enclosure. There is no escape route in sight as a crocodile attacks and gets the bird in its jaws in two powerful strikes. The croc hastily moves away from other crocs interested in stealing its prey. Fossils of various crocodilian species, reaching back 200 million years to the late Triassic epoch, are still being discovered nowadays, and these fossils points even relate to all of the four suborders of the Crocodilia family that are still around today. The reasons for their survival are still apparent today in their actions. A duck and a chicken are dangerously close to a crocodile lurking around nearby. The duck is out of luck as the prehistoric beast locks on it and promptly drags it into the depths. It's not exactly necessary, as I'm sure all the duck's bones are already broken at this point. Crocodiles can move easily in water due to the characteristic feature of their feet. Having webbed feet makes it easier to swim in deeper waters. It also allows them to make sharp twists and sudden movements underwater. Their external morphology is indicative of an aquatic way of life. A committee of vultures gather around the banks of a river. A croc pops out of the water, grabs one of the birds, and subsequently drowns it. What did the group expect to happen when they were standing too close to the crocodile's abode? Crocodile versus crocodile. Occasionally, crocodiles turn to cannibalism and eat each other. They do this when there's an absence of prey or food competition. They bring the phrase, survival of the fittest, to life as adults feast on smaller crocs for sustenance. A young croc curses its luck as it finds itself at the jaws of a larger predator. The hungry attacker is hell-bent on filling its belly, and it does not mind if its food is another crocodile. The victim tries to get away, but its efforts are futile. A crocodile's jaws can exert pressure equivalent to 5,000 pounds per square inch. With such an ungodly bite force exerted, it is possible for some of their teeth to fall off when they close their huge chompers on prey. I guess having the strongest bite in the animal kingdom has its downsides too. A zookeeper throws lunch to a group of sunbathing crocs. There was a frenzy to get to the meat, and the action must have prompted a particular croc to bite down on its friend's legs and do a death roll, tearing it off and swallowing it. Crocodile versus monkey. Crocodiles have a streamlined physique that allows them to swim fast and lessen the water resistance by tucking their feet by their sides. This adaptation is crucial in the success of these aquatic monsters in the wild. By generating enough force, it is able to launch its bulk at its target. Imagine taking a calm, relaxing bath with your mates and out of nowhere a crocodile clamps down on you. Well, this monkey does not have to imagine that. Luckily, it is able to free itself from the grasp of the crocodilian. Over the course of their lifetimes, crocodiles can lose up to 4,000 teeth. They have anywhere from 60 to 110 teeth in their mouths at a time. Whenever they lose a tooth, a miniature replacement is always ready to take its place. They can replace all their teeth as much as 50 times during the course of their lifetime. Infant baboon strays too far from the troop and it gets ambushed by a croc. The croc drags its target to the middle of the water and proceeds to swallow it whole. It all unfolds as the troop looks on helplessly as one of their next generation gets eaten. Crocodiles communicate with one another using a variety of sounds, including growls, hisses, and roars. And, fascinatingly enough, foreign sounds, such as an engine, gunshots, or even people making crocodile noises, can elicit a response from many species. A crocodile snatches a langur monkey and crushes it between its powerful jaws. The reptile keeps its jaws locked in hopes to tire the monkey. The unfortunate monkey, wailing for assistance, makes every effort to escape from it, but is ultimately unsuccessful. Crocodile versus pig. In addition to being solitary animals, crocodiles are capable of hunting in groups and exhibiting coordination and teamwork among members. They take it a notch further by having highly developed communication abilities, including alarm calls, cries of distress, and infrasonic sounds used for various purposes. A family of warthog drinks water together. Then, out of nowhere, a crocodile launches itself out of the water, latching on one of the adult warthogs. The predator proceeds to drag its target immediately into the water to drown it. Pigs are ranked as the 5th most intelligent animal in the world, showing signs of intelligence similar to a human toddler. Did you know they are more intelligent and trainable than any breed of dog? And with intelligence comes curiosity, which can often lead to their demise. A boar notices a crocodile lurking near its herd. It tries to get the massive reptile to leave by feinting an attack, but the crocodile retaliates by clamping down on the boar. Its screams fill the air as other pigs try to help it get free. African wild dogs are the most successful hunters in the animal kingdom, so any animal that gets on their radar rarely escapes. The wild dogs are extremely persistent, fast, and coordinated. A warthog gets cornered by a pack of wild dogs, seeking refuge from its attackers. The warthog gets into a river. A crocodile senses the opportunity and immediately acts on it. It snatches the pig and drags it further into the river. Crocodile versus hyena. Crocodiles can survive in various environments, including lakes, rivers, other bodies of freshwater, brackish water, and salt water. Because of their violent nature, you should be on the lookout for crocodiles if you ever find yourself in any of these regions. Even a small puddle may hide a crocodile. A hyena stands dangerously close to a crocodile. Its goal, to steal a carcass the croc is currently feeding on. The hyena attempts to drag the carcass away to land, but the crocodile is alert, and with unbelievable speed, it grabs its meal and swims away deep into the river. While a croc's vision may not be impressive underwater, they have superb eyesight on land, particularly at night, which they use to detect their prey or a piece of carrion floating about. To rip off chunks of flesh of particularly large prey, crocs use death rolls, which is performed by biting down on their target and twisting their massive bulk. Two crocs are munching on a hyena carcass. After ripping up the tough meat, one of the crocs gets the better end of the deal and attempts to quickly swallow the meat before its friend steals it. Crocodile versus big cats. Although crocodiles possess 24 incredibly pointed teeth, as well quite robust jaws, they don't exactly chew their prey like most animals do. Crocs typically just gulp down dismembered parts of their prey altogether. And with a bite force strong enough to cleave a man in half, dismembering their prey isn't that much of an issue. A cheetah drinks from a river while showing signs of caution. It knows the water is infested with crocs, but the need to quench its thirst outweighs the potential risk. Suddenly, a croc jumps out and snatches the cat. The cheetah struggles to get free are futile. There are many capable predators in the savannah, and none are quite as capable as the crocodile in water. Although they have relatively small brains, they are not stupid. Crocodiles, like humans, have a cerebral cortex, which is the part of the brain responsible for cognition, memory, consciousness, thinking, and perception. For leopards, securing a meal is almost always a matter of life and death. A leopard wants a piece of the carrion, currently guarded by a feisty crocodile. The reptile launches at the feline, ready to hand it a death sentence if it gets too close. Lions are the undisputable rulers of the savannah. However, that law only covers dry land, as there is another animal that will beg to differ if the predators enter its elements. Even lions have to be cautious when crossing crocodile-infested rivers. Two lions are swimming to the other side of the river when a crocodile attacks one of the cats. The croc drags the cat into the depths, and the second lion attacks the croc as well. Thankfully, it is able to save its friend from the jaws of death. Lions and crocodiles have a weird relationship of mutual respect. Both beasts are capable of killing the other, but fights rarely occur. With crocs used to attacking any animal in their domain, the apex predators have to be careful whenever they go near water. A lion peacefully swims across a body of water. Unknown to the big cat, a crocodile is at its tail. The apex predator gets pulled down to the depths. However, the croc bites off more than it can chew as the lion is able to free itself from the clutches of the reptile. Crocodile versus bovid. Crocodiles are generally seen as lumbering beasts that tend to ambush their prey. But you will be wrong if you think that they cannot move fast, reaching up to 22 miles per hour while swimming, making them one of the fastest animals in the water. This speed comes with the help of their powerful tails, which also serve as rudders and steer with their feet. A herd of impala is at the watering hole, quenching their thirst, when a croc snatches one of the ungulates and proceeds to drag it into the water. Soon, other crocs come to join in the feast. It's a common misconception that crocodiles can compete with humans in a foot race on land. For short distances, they are capable of belly running at speeds of up to 11 miles per hour. But they tend to easily get exhausted on land and would much rather spend their time in the water. They only venture onto dry land to bask in the sun or to lay their egg. Even though the gazelles were aware of crocodiles being close by, a handful of them still took the chance in crossing the river. An unlucky gazelle gets caught by a predator and kills it. While this was happening, other gazelles took the opportunity to cross the river. Wildebeests can get up to 550 pounds in weight. They are extremely durable animals that only the toughest predators are able to take down. Plus, their pointy horns are no joke either. Of course, this is when they're adults, as the younglings are not equipped to handle the trials of life. A baby wildebeest lacks the strength to fight a river's current. It gets washed between two rocks, trapped with no visible means of escape in sight. Spotting the weak calf, a giant croc approaches and proceeds to attack its target. Seasonal rains and the search for green grass drive wildebeest to migrate and cross rivers across the plains of East Africa. They number in millions, and crocodile-infested numbers will not hinder their journey for food. A small number will be caught, while the majority will survive. Taking on a massive prey like the wildebeest is no easy task. A crocodile has caught one in its jaws, but it's having trouble tiring the herbivore out and drowning it. In the end, the predator gets its way, but it really had to work for this meal. Because crocodiles have a third eyelid that protects their eyes underwater, it can be difficult for them to see their prey. But what they lack in underwater vision, they more than make up for in other senses. Crocodiles are extremely sensitive to vibrations, which assists them in capturing their prey as it is swimming in the water. A ravenous croc inches ever closer to a herd of wildebeest crossing its domain. The croc selects a relatively younger quarry that it can quickly wrestle to submission. The calf is due to be sustenance to the prehistoric-looking predator. It is safe to say that based on appearances, Nile crocodiles are the closest reptiles to actual dinosaurs if I've ever seen one. This is largely due to their ridiculous size and temperament. They are generally considered to be much more aggressive than American alligators or American crocodiles. These are truly ferocious beasts. Here, you will witness the struggle between a wildebeest and a monstrously large, 20-foot-long Nile crocodile. A prey this size is mostly attacked by a group of crocs, but the Nile crocodile proves that size truly does matter in the wild. While you're here, go ahead and click one of these two videos on your screen. We'll see you there.